Alrighty, since we can't go live, let's just do us a little another short video. So, I have said in a couple of other videos about the dangers of overexposing. Listen, the dangers of overexposing yourself to social media, and I'm talking about all platforms. Snapchat, I like saying these things. Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, X, whatever, Rumble, TikTok, it doesn't matter. Overexposure to all this information, you've got to understand there's nothing wrong with knowing things. I was literally laying in my room just a few minutes ago, contemplating my life. And I was looking at all my books, and I saw this one book. It's a thick book. I don't know, probably somewhere around, I say thick, it's probably somewhere around 2,600 pages, I guess. And I thought, I have combed through that book many, many times over the years. And I'm talking about over the years. We're talking over the past 30 years I've had this book. Still looks brand new. And the reason it looks brand new is because while it was an interesting book, it's actually a autobiography on a certain gentleman who preached the gospel. That while I've had this book near 32 years, it's brand new because I have only combed through the book. So what that means is that book really has very little interest to me. Now I keep it because it is a autobiography on a certain individual that I studied his life because of the endeavors of him and himself and his family. But my point is this. You could read those books. Let's zero in on information and the amount thereof we take in. I could read any book like that one or any other book. I could read them, but what am I really getting? I'm getting someone else's perspective, someone else's knowledge. And they may be far removed from actual eyewitness account. And they may just be basing everything they're writing on someone else's account. So am I really getting the truth? And that is why I'm saying that when we expose ourselves to mass amounts of information, continual bloated diet of other people's perspectives, other people's knowledge, what are we really getting? Is it growing us on the inside? Is our spirit actually benefiting from these things? Or are we being manipulated? We have to think about these things. And that's why the biggest point that I had the other day on Thursday about making the video of abstaining from social media platforms and news media on Friday, because I knew what was coming. Even in these meetings, these so-called meetings, which I consider to be theatrics and nothing more but a production, as alluded to many times by the president, DJT, Donald Trump, that everybody was a central casting actor. Is he really telling us the truth? Is he exposing what is the reality that we claim to be reality, or that we believe to be truth? Is he exposing that to us? Is he really trying to get a message across to us? I'm not saying he's a savior. I'm not saying he's a saint. I'm not saying he's anything except what he may be, someone calling out to the masses, saying that you're in danger. Because what are we really getting when we listen to news media, social media? Just like you sitting here listening to me. What are you really getting from me? What am I trying to do? What point, what message, what agenda, what narrative, what am I trying to get across to you? Could I justify it? Could I make it out to be of great importance? I could do all those things. I learned it in sales. was in marketing and sales for a while, and then I got in the military and I become a recruiter. And when you learn to sell things, you learn to manipulate. In order to be a successful salesman, you must be a master manipulator, believe it or not. Because the product that you've got, if it can't sell itself, you've got to find a way to sell it. So this information that you're exposing yourself to continually, there is billions and billions of dollars. TikTok alone, this platform, 3.3 billion people on this platform, and the makers, the marketers, the advertisers, those who write the program, those who build the software. What do you think they do it for? Why do you think it's fashioned and fabricated in the way that it is, the way that it's presented? I am sitting here in north central Arkansas, and you are watching me in Europe. You're watching me in Iceland. You're watching me in South America. You are able to watch me from any position on this earth. Think about that, the money that goes into the process of grasping your attention and putting it on someone like me, someone here in north central Arkansas who is nothing more than the average human being, may have been involved in some things greater than others, may have seen some things that other people haven't seen, but it still doesn't matter because I'm just a human being just like you. But think about the billions of dollars that this platform puts in to getting my voice, my word, my perspective to you. For what? What is it all about? Well, it's easy to understand what it's all about. It's about absolute control. Nothing more, nothing less. We want to believe that men do these things, that people create these platforms in order to make money. But what is money? In the end, what is money? When a man leaves this life and goes to the next, what does he take with him? Absolutely nothing from this life, right? Nothing. No tangible source, no tangible resource on this earth can be taken to wherever we go next. So it's not about money. It's not about fame. It's not about our looks. It's not about our clothing. It's not about the things that we have or the things that we attain. This is about power. It's about control, manipulation, and in the end, your soul. So you can pay attention to what I say, or you can absolutely just disregard all that you have heard of me, and continue with your own perspective. But I'll say this: be careful of how much of myself or anyone or anything else that you consume, because your soul hangs in the balance. Your destiny, your eternal destination is hanging in the balance, hinging on everything that you take in. Your eyes, your ears, everything you hear and see is influencing you. It is either enhancing the growth of your spirit, the real you, or it is inhibiting your growth. So be careful with this stuff. Be careful with information. Do all things in moderation. I love you, and I always will. And I will always love you. And I mean it.